Hi, Heather from Hooked on Pickin' here. I want to share with you how I got to stay at a beach house in North Carolina for a week while using Amazon FBA. Now, let me give you a little bit of backstory. So my husband and I are in ministry. He is a pastor, and the church does an amazing job of taking care of us. But you know, as anybody in ministry and who has a family in general, it's not just ministry, money is always tight. And so how in the world am I, with a family of 3 kids and a husband, able to afford staying in a gorgeous beach condo like we're staying in, right on the beachfront, and able to enjoy a week here? Well, it started off kind of slow. I'm not going to say it's not hard work, because pretty much the work you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And it was a lot of God's grace as well. So we started in eBay, and we sold for about 7 or 8 years in eBay, and found that to be profitable but extremely time consuming. And it was definitely an option I had to take, because I had tiny little babies, and when you have 3 little babies, daycare is just too expensive. I could have gotten a part-time job, but we would have just given all our money to childcare. And so we were looking for other avenues, because I really love to be involved in ministry, and so I didn't want to take that option off the table by working all the time. So how do I work on all the time, but on my own timeline? This is how we did it. We did eBay for 7 or 8 years. Then we switched to doing Amazon Merchant Fulfill for about a year. And we found Amazon to be so much more time profitable. So the time that I put in, we were making a lot more money. And then we would go on vacation, and I would still have to fulfill orders. And so that got to be a hindrance of going, every time we went on vacation, we would get negative feedback. So then we looked into doing Amazon FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, which is where you send your items into the warehouse and they ship it, they handle returns, and all I do is send one huge shipment to them at the beginning of each week. Now, it could be at the end or the beginning or whenever part of the week. So I usually ship on average anywhere from 80 to 150 items a week. And in doing so, it stays at the warehouse. If it's there a long time, I do pay fees, but generally most of the time my fees are not even incurring unless it sits there for an extended amount of time. And then there are some fees once it does sell, but you don't get charged really anything until the item sells, unless you're paying for a store subscription, which is something that I have. And so to make it very cost effective, and the fees are lower if you have a subscription and you send in a lot of items. And so we are able, by God's grace, to find the items. We're very picky about sales rank, so we sell a lot, but we have made multiple dollars this week while spending the days at the beach, and we still have items shipping out and selling and money coming into our account, all while enjoying the sunshine on the beach. So one of the ways that you can enjoy a beautiful beach house with Amazon FBA is by working your tail off and shipping items to the warehouse so that they can do all the work for you while you're on vacation enjoying the sunshine. So work hard gives you the opportunity to play hard. It's been a real blessing by the Lord for this